Hello, Namaste, Pranam. In this video, I wanted to talk about something very obvious, or at least a lot of people think it is very obvious, but I don't think it is that obvious, and hence I wanted to speak about it, which is that the importance of being an uncompromising Hindu. And I'll explain what I mean by an uncompromising Hindu. So I see a lot of people on social media and even otherwise, they are okay with one part of Hinduism, but they derail on another part of Hinduism. They are okay with some stories and they are not okay with some other stories. So as an example, people will keep saying, oh yeah, I'm an uncompromising Hindu, and I'm a Hindutvavadi and blah blah blah. But the moment the mainstream media releases some video or some fake news about some person getting lynched by Gaurakshaks, the whole so-called uncompromising Hindus just go berserk and start feeling apologetic and guilt, and they start condemning it without even trying to think about what would have really happened, without even trying to understand or question whether it is a fake story or is it real, or what is the full story, right? It could also just be that the person was being killed and he hit back in self-defense, or you don't know the whole story, right? And most of such fake stories are incomplete. The real story comes out a few days later, but the entire so-called right wing just goes berserk and starts, their whole pralap, as I like to call it. So this is just one example. Now, in the same way, there are many people who condemn or who have a serious problem with rituals and traditions. They may be okay with yoga and meditation and other things, but they have a problem with rituals. So you don't practice it yourself is one thing, but you're disrespecting it. You thinking it is okay to disrespect it. You thinking it is okay to condemn people who practice it, or to label such people as backward or regressive or whatever is another thing, right? In your personal life, what you do is your problem. But what you go and preach to people, to your followers, is a different thing. And if you're going to compromise on one part of Hinduism like this, in the end, you will have nothing left. So I wanted to assert the importance of upholding every pillar of Hinduism. Whether it is a sannyas sampradaya, whether it is Gauraksha, whether it is traditions and rituals, whether it is our other spiritual sacred practices, whether it is, the literature part of it, whether it is a scriptural part of it, whatever it may be, we cannot compromise on anything. Because the kids of today don't even know the ABCD of Hinduism. If you're going to keep butchering, keep compromising, keep condemning, keep, rehearsing the same things as what the left wing is saying, what anti-Hindu people are saying, then there will be nothing left at the end of the day. We are already striving so hard to protect all of these aspects of Hinduism. So in the same, continuing the same thought, I've seen this latest, this latest trend on social media where people keep coming and asking me to support other people in the right wing. And, it is almost like I'm supposed to be obliged to do it, or I am supposed to do it as, a moral duty or something like that. So I want to say one thing very categorically here. I have no problem with anybody who is genuinely working hard for Dharma and who is saying something which is dharmically correct. But when I see some people saying something which are dharmically wrong, I will not support that person or that particular project or tweet or whatever. So please don't ask me to support things which are wrong. If I start compromising on Dharma, there will be one less person doing that. And I am not here to compromise on Dharma. All this convenient, adapting your convenient things as things which are convenient for you as Hinduism is a problem. कल को कोई बोल लेता है पुराना धर्म, परसों कोई बोलेगा महाभारत is is myth. Then next somebody is going to say yoga is not from Hinduism. Then again somebody is going to say, oh, Sabrimala is a problem of gender discrimination. What nonsense! I am not going to support such adharmic statements. Even if I support the person, I will not support it when somebody says, though this did not happen, Shiv Puranas is myth. No, you are myth. Your knowledge is myth. Puranas are not myth. Puranas are history. Just because you have never read it, just because you don't understand it, just because you don't know what is being said, does not mean it is myth. So I have a sincere request for people. If you don't understand something in Hinduism, you have the option to not say anything about it. There is absolutely no need to go around and propagate and peddle the narrative of the anti-Hindus that it is myth. How are you different from some Wendy Doniger or from some Audrey Truschke who go around saying that all this literature is myth? There is no difference. So I am an uncompromising Hindu because I will not compromise on any pillar of Hinduism. And I want more people to become uncompromising Hindus because the damage has happened because we keep compromising. हम झंडा फहराते रहते हैं हिंदुत्व का, लेकिन जहाँ पे भी कोई कंट्रोवर्सी होती है, जहाँ पे भी कोई प्रॉब्लम आती है, जहाँ पे भी कोई प्रश्न लगाता है हमारी भावनाओं पे, हमारी प्रैक्टिसेस पे, then everybody starts compromising and goes into one guilt trip. I am not that. I will not do that, first of all. And secondly, stop asking me to do that. You should learn how to be an uncompromising Hindu, otherwise you will not be able to fight the civilizational battle. This is not something I'm saying out of vengeance. I'm saying this because this strategy will not work. I don't know why people are not able to understand that if you who is speaking for Hinduism, keeps condemning Hindus, keeps condemning Hindu practices, how can you win? You will not win. You will fail. You may gain followers on Twitter, you may gain a whole lot of views and whatever retweets, likes, blah, blah, blah. But you will not be able to change a single thing for Hinduism. You can't. It is a law of life. It is a very obvious hypocrisy, don't you think? Again, continuing in the same thought, the importance of being an uncompromising Hindu. Now, there are many people right now who have started lobbying for and who have started speaking about all the different aspects of Hinduism which need a political or a legal solution. And they have started asking for it, which is great. I am fully supportive of it. But many people ask me to support some groups which have again left out some important things. Now there may be some groups who may be asking for RTU or asking for freeing temples or asking for amending the constitution, which is great. I will support you. I will pitch in. But if you ask me to support the whole venture without you to support the whole proposal, without you mentioning nationwide cow slaughter ban, without you mentioning Ram Mandir, then I'm sorry, I cannot do that. To me, Ram Mandir is also important. To me, Gau Raksha is also important. And it should be important. Cow and beef are not a food choice. And if Hindus cannot understand this, you are not a Hindu. Cow is sacred as per every scripture of Hinduism. I cannot compromise on that. So if you want my support, you yourself become a little bit more uncompromising and I will be very happy to support. And firstly, I don't know why my support should even matter. I'm a very small person. I don't have such a huge, I'm not a celebrity. I don't have a huge following. So I don't even understand why people ask me or expect me to support. How does it matter whether I support or not? And if you do want me to support, then please understand I am a very uncompromising Hindu and I am only interested in people who want to become uncompromising Hindus or who already are uncompromising Hindus. Little things do matter. If you stop raising your voice, if you stop upholding the little things which are a part of Sanatana Dharma, then you will not be able to save the whole. I always give this example and it may seem a bit gory, but I don't have any other way of explaining it. If there is one you, right, and I transport you from one place to another, but in the process your hands are missing, your legs are missing, your nose is missing, can you say that your life has been really saved? No, right? That is not the same life. That's the same thing you are doing to Sanatana Dharma. If you chop off all the different limbs of Dharma, it cannot still be called as Dharma. How are you upholding Dharma? So please understand what I am saying and why I am saying it and the context from which I am saying it before you start shooting the keyboard and before you start giving me your so-called feedback. I am an uncompromising Hindu and I am urging all Hindus to become uncompromising Hindus. Thank you.